Welcome to the small Scape. Today, my obsession with the 10-gallon aquarium continues, and I will be answering another question that we frequently get, and that is, what kind of schooling fish can I add to my 10-gallon aquarium? Well, I've got 3 suggestions. The 10-gallon aquarium is such a great size. It's not too small, it's not too large. You can still fit it on a number of different surfaces and in different rooms. It only weighs, about 100 pounds or so with everything all in it. But it is somewhat limited as to the occupants, like any other aquarium, especially if you're thinking of adding a school of fish. So the dimensions of a 10-gallon tank are about 20 by 10 by 12, somewhere around there. So you are somewhat limited, but there are 3 fish that you can add in a school, and not only are they very beautiful, I think actually quite stunning. Number 1, the green Kubutai. And any of these fish, I will link a species profile if we've done it before. And also keep in mind we are sponsored by Flip Aquatics, and if you go on flipaquatics.com, you will see a lot of these fish for sale, and then you can also read up on them and just look at the beautiful pictures and enjoy. But the green Kubutai, a beautiful tiny little fish, probably stay under 1 inch, somewhere around there, but it has a what I would call a very light but neon green color. I have these in my 14-gallon bow front, and there are actually not a whole lot of fish that you can add that have a true green color. Even the green neon, my absolute favorite fish, is I don't find it to be green. I find it to be more blue or even purpley, depending on where you're looking at it and what angle. But the green Kubutai is a great fish. A good amount of activity, especially for that size tank. You can fit any of these fish that I'm going to recommend. You can fit a dozen in your 10-gallon tank. At least that's a good starting point, especially if maybe you're going to have a few other occupants in there. But the green Kubutai is a winner in my book, especially for that bright color that will always catch your eye, even from across the room. My second suggestion is a very, very popular fish. I would say if you put out a vote and ask for people's favorite nano fish, if this fish wasn't in the top 3, I would be absolutely stunned. It goes by 2 different names: the Celestial Pearl Danio, or CPD for short, or the Galaxy Rasbora. It's a beautiful little tiny fish that will stay under 1 inch. A lot of activity roaming around the tank with his little buddies, but it's got like a little speckly pattern. It reminds me of kind of like a night sky. Kind of like a dark blue color mixed with some red. It's just a stunning little fish. I've had this, I currently have it in my 14-gallon bow front, and then I also had it in a 12-gallon long, and I enjoyed him, him and his little friends so much. These are the type of fish that you could probably watch for hours, because they're just beautiful, stunning little fish, and that there's just so much personality and looks packed into those tiny little bodies. And for my last pick of a schooling fish that you will absolutely love, I promise, if you put in your 10-gallon tank, put a school of chili rasboras. Now, the chili rasbora, yes, if you've been watching my videos lately, you have probably heard about them a lot. I am kind of on a chili rasbora kick. Not sorry, but it is a very tiny little fish, under 1 inch, very similar if you're familiar with the mirror rasbora or the dwarf rasbora. They're all really, really cute, but the chili rasbora wins out because of its bright red color. Again, I have them in my 14-gallon bow front. I like all these little guys in the 14-gallon, but they're so tiny. The body shape is totally different than the first 2 fish that I recommended that have kind of more of like a wider body. These are very, very skinny. They're like little tiny rockets shooting through your tank, but they school together, they hang out together, but that you wouldn't believe that red color, how much it catches your eye, even in a nano tank. just absolutely beautiful, and you can't go wrong. Now, all three of these that I have mentioned, they're all very easy to take care of. They eat pretty much any food, any kind of flake food that you want to put in there. They're very peaceful. They get along with other fish, and even say especially the chili Rasbora, they're so small that you can even keep them with shrimp, which I love to do because they are so tiny. They're actually very similarly sized to shrimp, so it makes them great cohabitants in your tank. So I hope you like these suggestions. Let me know, have you ever kept any of these? Have you kept any school of these in a 10-gallon tank? And what did you think? And if you did, who did you keep them with? Or did you keep them all by themselves? Let me know. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.